Hey y'all, today I'm in the mudroom bathroom and I'm gonna start the waterproofing process for the bathtub. I got the tub installed when I did the rough plumbing a few weeks ago. I put in all the concrete backer board and it is already taped and mudded. And a few days ago I got down my Ditra underlayment for the tile. So now I am ready to go ahead and start waterproofing the bathtub shower. Before we get started, I wanted to explain how I installed the backer board. I followed the instructions for this American Standard bathtub and I shimmed the studs out 1/4 inch. This allowed me to install the cement board over top of the tub flange. When you shim out the studs, this will make the cement board stick out further than the drywall. There are a few ways you can deal with this, but I chose to use a 3/4 inch cove mold trim piece, and I tiled up to that. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to caulk along where the bathtub meets the backer board. I'm also going to come down the side and along the front of the tub where the Ditra meets the bathtub. I am using my favorite, Lexel. Alright, before you start caulking, you're going to want to take some rubbing alcohol and a clean rag and go around the edge of the tub and wipe down all the spots where you're going to be caulking. This will remove any dirt or oil that's on the tub and it'll make sure your caulk sticks well. Alright, so I let that caulk dry for 24 hours and now I'm going to start painting on the liquid waterproof membrane. Okay, I'm going to be using this AquaDefense stuff, which is apparently a new color. And I have this fabric membrane. I'm going to be using this in all the corners and the joints of the concrete board. I got a roller and a brush at the Dollar Tree because I'm just going to be throwing those away after I'm finished. Alright, so this time I did go and I taped all along the edges and I have the tub lined with plastic and I put some cardboard in the bottom. So the first coat is on. Once it is dry to the touch, which should take about 30 minutes or an hour, I will go ahead and put on a second coat. All right, so this is what I did for the tub spout and also the mixer valve. So for this one, I just cut out a square and then I cut a small hole in it and then I slid it over. And then this, I just started with the bottom, put the bottom one on, put the two sides on, and put the top on. And with this one, this mixer has a plastic guard around it. And I just took the pieces of fabric and I just overlapped them a little bit onto that plastic guard. And of course I put the liquid membrane down first, then put the fabric on, then put more liquid membrane on top. And I didn't do anything up here at the spout valve just because you have to be able to get to that threaded part. And really that shouldn't be exposed to hardly any water, so I'm not worried about that one. All right, that is it. I have 2 coats of AquaDefense waterproof membrane painted on the shower walls. And once it dries, it will be ready for tile.